Dear students, today we are going to discuss about what is immunity and the classification of immunity. First, we will see what is immunity. Immunity is concerned with resistance to infection. So, this will be carried out by recognize the antigen, whether it will be self or non-self substance or foreign substance. After that, it will be disposed from the body by immune cells. So this is called immunity. Now we will see that classification of immunity. So immunity will be classified into two categories. One is called innate immunity, another one is called acquired immunity. Innate immunity, otherwise called non-specific immunity or natural defense mechanism. Acquired immunity is called specific immunity or cell-mediated immunity. In acquired immunity, some of that specific cell mediate the immune response. Example, B cell, T cell, antigen presenting cell, natural killer cells, and WBC. So these cells are mediate the immune response against the specific pathogens or specific antigens. Now we will see the innate immunity and what are the barriers involved in the innate immunity. So first we will discuss what is innate immunity. Naturally, our body having that different defense mechanism against that pathogens. Some of these include here skin, mucous membrane, some chemical substance and some enzymes. So these substances are act against the pathogen when they get inside of the human system. So this is called innate immunity. Now how these skin, mucous membrane and then other substance be involved in the defense mechanism. So we are going to see how that skin and mucous membrane and other substance protect against the pathogen in the human system. First we will see that skin, structure of skin. Skin having that composed of two layers. One is called outer layer, another one is called inner layer. Outer layer is called epidermis and then inner layer is called dermis. First we will discuss about that outer layer. So outer layer is called epidermis. So this layer will be connected with number of layers by the help of some cells. They are called epithelial cells. So these epithelial cells connect all the layers located in the outer layer. The outer layer is called epidermis. And then these epithelial cells having small granule-like cells they are called dead cells. So these dead cells secretes some waterproofing substance called keratins. The keratin is the protein. So these keratin protect the entry of pathogen through that skin, especially that outer layer called epidermis. And then secondly, we'll see that how dermis will be working. So dermis, it is called the inner layer and it composed of connective tissues, contains blood vessels, hair follicles, sebaceous gland and sweat gland. Here, sebaceous gland and hair follicles both are combined to secrete oil-like substance called sebum. So these sebum contain lactic acid and fatty acids. So they maintain the pH of inner skin around 3 to 5. So no pathogen will not be growth in this pH. Secondly, we will see that how mucous membrane protect our system. So a lot of pathogens get binds on the surface of mucous membrane. So here some of innate immunity or non-specific immunity prevent the entry of pathogens through mucous membrane. For example, tears, nasal secretions, all these things are having that antibacterial and then antiviral substance to protect the system. Here, that mucous membrane made up of epithelial cells. These epithelial cells contain or secrete oil-like substance called mucus. So these mucus protect the mucous membrane from any pathogens. And then in lower respiratory tract, here that mucous membrane contain lot of finger-like projections called cilia. So these cilia prevent the entry of microorganism or foreign substance in the lower respiratory tracts. So here, we discussed how skin and mucous membrane protect our system against that pathogen. Secondly, we are going to see how that physiological barriers protect our system against that pathogens. So first we will see that temperature. Some of the microorganisms won't be survived in the high temperature. For example, anthrax disease. Anthrax is caused by pathogens called bacteria. So this anthrax disease won't be takes place to the chicken because the bacteria won't be surveilled at high temperature. Chicken having high temperature or they are maintaining that high temperature in their body, because of maintaining their high temperature in the body, so this anthrax disease won't be takes place to the chicken. Next we will see that pH. So in pH of the gastric juice maintain around below 5. So no one microorganism or any pathogens survive below this pH in the gastric juice. Third, we will see that lysozyme. This is one enzyme. Here, this enzyme produced from nasal, tears, human milk, leukocytes. All these things produce that substance or antibacterial or antiviral substance called N-acetylmuramidase. The another name for N-acetylmuramidase is lysozyme. So these lysozyme was identified by Fleming in the year of 1922. So these lysozyme protect our system against that gram-positive bacteria. Next, we will see that interferons. Interferons are proteins. They are produced from viral infected cells. When that any virus enter into our system, they infect the cells. That infected cells produce that protein called interferons. So these interferons inhibit the viral replications. Once that virus go for replication, then only produce that large number of a virus. So these interferon inhibit the viral replications and as well as the inhibit the synthesis of mRNA. There are three types of interferons available: alpha, beta and gamma interferons. Next we will see that complement components. So these complement components are inactive protein present in the serum, epithelium and liver. So they are inactive. They get activated when that pathogens enter. Some of that complement components are C5a, C5b, C6. All these things will be protect our system against that pathogen. So these are that physiologic barriers to protect our system against that pathogen. Finally, the third one is called phagocytic barriers. Here that phagocytic cells are involved to protect our system. A lot of things takes place. Number one, macrophage and microphage. Some of antigen presenting cells, all these cells will be involved, so to protect the system. So these are the natural defense mechanism take over in our system. They are called innate immunity or innate defense mechanism.